Hey guys, and welcome back to Franchise Nation. I am your host, Moonlight Swami, and today I'm bringing you guys the offseason preview for the San Francisco 49ers franchise. At the moment, I do not know when I'll be able to do the live stream. Hopefully, it'll be tomorrow or Wednesday. I will make an announcement at the latest. It'll be this weekend. Hopefully not. I'm going to be a little bit honest with you that... So, first off-season live streams generate a lot of revenue for me. Not the actual live stream, but the overall process of it. Putting out 4 videos of it and all of that stuff, it'll generate a lot back. And it's a very good thing for my channel. You guys love it. I put a ton of work into it. I love doing them, but it also has financial gain. At the moment, I don't have any capability of generating revenue on the channel because of a YouTube screw-up. And it's been a full week, so it's been Saturday to today, a full week. It's been now 10 days since I've had any monetization on the channel. And if I want to be able to regain any of my monetization for the channel for this month, I'm going to need to have that as part of it. And not having it as part of the monetization would be really bad because it takes up so much work. So I want to try and wait until it's ready. Hopefully, they said a week. The appeal was filed on Monday, so it's been a week. We'll see if I get any response today. Hopefully, it's really soon. But I just wanted to be very honest with you guys that while this, of course, is entertainment and I love producing content for you guys, it is also my main source of revenue. And losing out on a large sum of money for this month hurts. Obviously, it hurts a lot. Losing 10 days worth, that's a third of my revenue. And I don't want to have even more lost because I'm putting this out too prematurely. So I'm going to hold off on it, hopefully until that comes up. I'll let you guys know in the coming days. I'll make a video announcing the off-season live stream, but you guys are going to have to wait a little bit, and I'm sorry, but you can blame YouTube for that, not me. So with that being said, let's get into the actual off-season preview. We'll look over the playoffs. We'll advance on through the Super Bowl so we can get to the off-season week 1 period, and I won't do anything from there, but I'll show you guys what's going on. So without further ado, you guys know what happened. We lost the game to the Green Bay Packers by a final score of 27-14, and we are eliminated from the playoffs. We fired our trainer. He was a decent trainer, but in the end, we had far too many injuries, especially to the quarterback position. And while not all of that is his fault, I think that part of it is we had some really big injuries this season, and I think that's part on the trainer and part on not. And we've also had some guys regress a little bit too quickly, so I decided to get rid of him. So we're going to advance on to the conference championship and see what is happening there. So this is where we're going to see the final 4 teams in the playoffs, which will be obviously fantastic. We did re-sign our head scout. He's done a really good job for us. And in terms of hiring staff, we'll take a look at some different trainers. I think we're going to go with Daniel Morgan. So yeah, Madison Butcher, he was decent. I didn't offer him a real contract. I fired him. So I don't know why that's even there. Going to give him a real contract, 4 years, $140,000 overall or per year. I don't know what it is. But either way, we're going to do that, and we'll take a look at the playoff picture. It's the Packers versus the Lions? No, it's the Packers hosting the Eagles. Wow. Wow, close game. Did it go to OT? It did. It went to overtime. And in the end, the rookie Andrew Clark nudges out Matthew Stafford and the number 1 seeded Detroit Lions. That's crazy. Nelson Aguilar had a huge game. So that's how that went. And the Chargers beat up on the Jets. Titans beat the Jaguars. So that means that we are the Titans. Wow. Didn't the Titans finish like 9-7? I'm kind of curious. Didn't they not have a great record this year? Unless that was a different team that I'm thinking of. But the Chargers are the best team that are still left in the playoffs. And the Titans, okay, they went 10-6. We lost to them. That was a really bad game for us. That was an interesting little turn of event. But we're going to advance on to the Pro Bowl so we can see who made the Pro Bowl from each side. That'll definitely be a cool little thing because this is the only way you can see it. I hate that this year, but you know what? Because they do announce the Pro Bowl in real life much sooner. We do hire Morgan as our trainer. We'll take a look at that. Let's see. Who won? The Titans and the Eagles. Two wild card teams facing off. Did Rodgers have another bad game? He did. Wow. That is unexpected. The rookie Andrew Clark is taking the Eagles to the Super Bowl. That is insane. And on the other side, the Chargers lost. Wow. Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore just dominated Phillip Rivers and the Chargers. Insanity. Yeah, they have a really good wide receiver core. So I guess that's how that happens. Is Mariota going to be back for the Super Bowl? Because, like, that's really weird. Let's see the Eagles. DeMarco's out. He'll be back for the Super Bowl. Marcus Smith. Okay, and for the Titans, is Mariota out for the season? Yeah, he is. Kendall Wright will be back, though. Wow, that's crazy. Did not expect that. So we're going to take a look at the... I saw something about the Lions. What? Please tell me that he got that he didn't get fired. That Bruce Arians, the coach of the year, didn't get fired. Please tell me that. Okay. First off, I'm going to move Dre Kirkpatrick to safety because we are going to cut Dre Kirkpatrick this offseason. But I am going to move him to safety. And we can't yet. Okay. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to move him to safety and then we're going to cut him because that gives us the opportunity, or that gives him the opportunity to be signed by someone else. Let's see. Did Bruce Arians retire? Because Mike Tomlin... Yep. Okay, Bruce Arians retired. Okay. Wow. Yeah, Mike Tomlin was fired. Jeff Fisher was fired. Willie Ogletree was fired. That was not expected, to say the least. Yeah, Tomlin was fired. Eddie Royal signed. Bruce Arians retired. Mike McCoy re-signs. Roy Miller moves from DT to left end. Quentin Coples, outside linebacker. Okay. And Tomlin, yes, signed a 3-year deal with the Lions. So that's a really good signing by them. They're a dangerous team. Let's take a look at the Pro Bowl. I'm assuming that we have some players in here. Let's count it out. Okay, it's Rivers and Rodgers, Stafford and Romo, Bortles and Dalton. All right, nobody yet. Nobody yet. Nate Hill, nice, 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 very nice. Bernie Lauderdale gets in on the Pro Bowl. Anybody else? Alex Boone, Freddie Young, okay. Wes Dorsey, Christian Reeves, wow. TJ Clemmings, all 5 of the offensive linemen made it. That's 7 at the moment. Did we get anybody else in here? I'm surprised that we didn't get Mike Daniels, but okay. Aaron Lynch made it. That's 8. Outside linebacker, inside linebacker, no. Okay, corner, nope. Safety, nope. Kicker, no. Marquette King, okay. Le'Veon Duncan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Pro Bowlers. Obviously, Pro Bowl is a fan-driven contest, so I guess that means that Clemmings and those guys made it, even though they were not deserving. That's whatever. That's kind of cool, I guess. Not a huge fan of that. Reeves and Clemmings both probably won't be back next year. That's how poorly they played. Reeves will probably be a backup, but neither particularly played well, so that's really an interesting little tidbit. But we do get to see that it is the big game, so we get to actually do some scouting before we go any further. Draft stories. Okay, so 3 players that we are definitely going to write down because this is a very important time for us. Obviously, it gives us the opportunity to document some other players that need to be at least watched. Okay. Felix Grant, LT. Could be a person that we flip over to the opposite side. Camille Butler. Okay, and the last player is ROLB Najee Simon. Had the most missed tackles. Okay, so those are 3 players that we're going to take a look at. And now that we have some scouting to do, we'll go in that direction. Then we can sim the week and we can see who won the Super Bowl. So we'll start off with scouting, and we'll scout those 3 guys. We'll also mark them down. Okay, Felix Grant. Mark him. Okay, interesting player. Not someone who exactly jumps out to you, but that's okay. Camille Butler. No. Camille Butler. Okay. Seems like a pretty good player. And Najee Simon. B-plus tackle and had the most missed tackles. That's a weird combination. But either way, that's not the end of the world. We'll take a look. Any players in corner? No. Will Brandon? No. Okay. Nothing too spectacular there. TJ Bars? No. 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 Interesting players. So quarterback. Sean Langford, Matt Kenny, and Brady Johns are the 3 guys that we are looking at currently. Just got that last spot. Matt Kenny might be good enough that we take him with our first round selection, or we'll trade up or trade down or something like that, because we have the 3rd pick. I forgot about that. How did we get the 3rd pick in the draft? I don't remember. We'll see who that's from, but we're definitely going to look at some running backs. Any of these speed guys? Are you a speed guy? No, you're a power back. Are you a speed guy? You're a power back. Okay, so, I mean, what are you going to do? We have 1 scouting point left. Obviously, that can't do us any good. But we took a look at a lot of different players from a lot of different positions. I think that offensive line is definitely a need for us. Definitely on that opposite side. Oh, yeah, Wes Schuler is someone I need to further investigate. Matt Evans, too. So overall, there are a lot of good players in here. And Jamale Barclay might be the player that we want to take with our first pick. We might trade down a little bit. What's his projected mid-round? Mid-first? Okay. Yeah, we might want to do that. We can take a look and see, but having the 3rd pick in the draft gives us some flexibility. We might want to just take that and run with it and maybe use the late first-round pick to take a quarterback. I mean, Sean Langford is on the board, but I don't think we're going to go in his direction. I think Matt Kenny and Brady Johns are the 2 guys that we want to look at, and I think we could probably take both of them. Obviously, with a few 3rd-round picks, we can take someone in there and kind of work with that. So we have flexibility in our picks. I do want to see where we got that draft pick from, because I know we traded down, but who did we trade down with? The Redskins. Oh yeah, the Redskins really do suck, don't they? That's really quite incredible that they've been that bad and that they were willing to forsake their future, but you know what? That's on them, not on us. So we're going to take a look, and the Redskins 5-11. So there was a lot of parity in the league this year, a lot of 6 and 10s, but 5-11 in third place. They did get better, but obviously not enough. And the Rams, obviously, are bottom feeders. So we're going to sim the week, and we're going to get into the off season, which gives us the opportunity to see who won the Super Bowl. We obviously are going to stick at the 27th pick as our normal slot, but overall, we don't need draft picks per se. We have a good amount, and 2 of our picks are going to be used on quarterbacks. Most likely, I think that's the direction that we're going to have to go in. So what we're going to do is we're going to save it right here, and we're 15 minutes in. I'm going to show you the Super Bowl, and I'm going to show you some cuts, and then we're going to go. All right? So, let's see, Dansby retired, Miles Austin, Eric Weddle, Joel Dreesen, Brandon Marshall, DeBrickshaw Ferguson, Cromartie, Pierre Thomas, Romo, Woodhead, Casey, Solai, DeMarcus Ware, Steven Jackson, Corey Lynch, Cameron Wake, Brandon Albert, Mincy Grubbs, AP retires, Josh Scobie, Rashad Jennings, AJ Hawk, Drew Brees, Carson Palmer, Starks, Tulloch, Penn, Weatherford, Joseph, Jackie Battle, Roddy White, Derek Johnson, Fitzpatrick, De La Puente, Carl Nix, Robert Turner, Ahedebo, Vincent Jackson, Chris Johnson, Michael Bush, Joe Berger, Reggie Nelson, Peyton Hillis, Evan Royster, anybody else? Jacob Tammy, Jay Cutler, Dan Orlovsky, Chad Greenway, D'Angelo Hall, Gosder Charles, Ted Ginn, Manny Lawson. A lot of players retiring. Sean Millsaps resigns. Joe Thomas gets tagged. Mike Evans. Tyrann Mathieu again. Sean Smith, Dwayne Allen, J.J. Wilcox, Lane Johnson, Desmond Trufant, Matt Luga, Jeremy Hill, Hankins, Marks. Resign for both of those guys. Norman on a 1-year deal. Franchise tag on Telvin. Franchise tag on Calvin Pryor. Franchise tag on Tahir Whitehead. Resign Lindsley to a long deal. Okay, so a lot of players getting re-signed, a lot of players getting tagged. Tress Way getting tagged. Drew Brees got tagged, but he retired. Jimmy Graham, Antonio Brown got the tag. Man, that would have been a great player to have in free agency. And a bunch of players are getting released. Let's see if there's any other retired guys. Obviously, we saw all of those players, but we're going to go all the way down to the bottom, see if there was anybody else who retired at a previous stage, maybe. I didn't see anything about Antoine Bethea, which is kind of interesting. But, yeah, no, Antoine Bethea did not retire yet, at least. So with that, we're going to see the league schedule. Who won the Super Bowl and how? It is the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow. They killed them. Okay, so Kellen Moore was so bad they took him off the sheet. Andrew Clark, 256, 1 touchdown. Good numbers. DeMarco Murray had 2 touchdowns. Ryan Matthews had 3. That's insane. Okay, let's see the defense. There had to have been a lot of sacks or a lot of interceptions. No, only 1 interception. Wow. Forced fumbles, maybe? 1. Okay. No touchdowns defensively. That's just a really bad game, I guess. Huh. I did not expect that. But you know what? Andrew Clark of the Philadelphia Eagles, who we absolutely destroyed earlier in the season. So you'll see right here. Absolutely destroyed him earlier in the season. Andrew Clark, the rookie out of USC, gets the job done and wins a Super Bowl in his first season. He was a first-round pick, wasn't he? I think he was like number 7, something like that. We'll take a look. I want to see. And then we'll get to the re-signing period, and I'll show you who we're going to look into, not do any re-signings yet. So Andrew Clark out of USC. Not a bad season at all. Take a look at those career stats. 4,000 yards, 22 touchdowns, 13 picks. That's a rookie right there. That's a good player. And he was the 19th overall pick. He was Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's incredible. What a season for Andrew Clark. So now that we have that all decided, let's take a look at the players that we need to re-sign. We have Bruce Miller, Bethea, McManus, not Kilgore, Thomas, Can, Ward, Abdullah, Foles, Pearson, Duke, Casey Drake, Jeff Janis, Brennan Williams, and DeMontre Harmon. So not a lot of players that we need to exactly worry about. I mean, we're not going to bring back Bethea. I'd say probably not going to bring back Brennan Thomas. Ward probably is not returning. Abdullah, maybe. Pearson, probably. Foles, probably not. All of that going on. So, it'll be interesting to see what direction we want to go. One of the things that we're definitely going to do is we're cutting RG3. I'll do that right now. Because he's not making the roster no matter what next year. We freed $3 million in cap space from that. And we're going to go over to Dre Kirkpatrick. Can we move him now? That'll be really excellent if we can move him over. And the answer is... we can. Okay. So Dre Kirkpatrick probably would be best served as a free safety. And we'll see what his overall is now. 85. Okay. So we are also going to cut Dre Kirkpatrick here. And unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. He's not good enough for us. So I'm going to start things off with that. We're going to cut Dre Kirkpatrick. And he'll get a contract, I think. He's young enough that he'll get a contract. But Picks by Dre is no more. He was a player who was good for us for a time, but in the end was not good enough. It's an interesting story of Dre Kirkpatrick being a guy who had 9 interceptions in 2016 and then had none the following season, got benched, was pathetically terrible for a lot of the year. It's really interesting. Other players that we're going to be looking into moving, obviously Navarro Bowman is someone who we're going to probably be moving. After that, we'll see, but that's actually really interesting. They finally added that, huh? I've never seen that before. I guess that's because it's a new year. But that's really cool. That's exactly what I wanted, the MLB 1, MLB 2 type thing. That's really quite useful. Fantastic. Either way, we have a quarterback situation that needs to be addressed. We have an offensive line situation that needs to be addressed on the right side. Bernie Lauderdale is great, but Terrence Harper was not. Fleener's probably not going to be returning. And Charles Johnson probably will not be returning either. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one more cut for you guys. And I think that's going to be it. I think we're going to cut Kobe Fleener. You know what? No, I'm not going to cut him. I'm going to hold on to him for now. And we are going to see what we're going to do. Because I'm not going to make a snap decision just yet. We'll let things play out a little bit. But overall, the team looks good. And I'm excited to see the direction that we're going in. But at the moment, we do need to make some tough decisions. And I think it'll start with trading Navarro Bowman. And going from there. We do need some corner play. We have 3 corners at the moment. But we'll need depth there. Don't want Le'Veon Duncan being that. We need a third wide receiver to replace Charles Johnson. Janis really is not it. Rashad Green is not it. Derwin Taylor's not. We need a dependable third wide receiver to go along with Nate Hill and Kris Arnold. We need a backup running back that's stable enough for Elgin Armstead. Amir Abdullah does not have the speed that I'd like to be that guy, so we'll have to take a look and see if there's any better options. Duke Johnson's a good receiving back, but at the same time, I'd rather have Elgin Armstead out on those third down carries, so we'll see what happens there. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the San Francisco 49ers franchise offseason preview. Like I said, once I have more information, I will let you guys know when the offseason stream is going to be. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks in this year's draft. No second rounder, so we're probably going to trade this down or maybe move up a little bit. No sixth rounder, but 2 fifths and 3 thirds. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That number 3 pick is going to be really interesting because I'm not a huge fan of a lot of players on the board just yet, but you never know. There could be someone that will sneak up on us and potentially be a great player. So we'll have to see, but taking a look at the draft stories, nothing more to be added. I think our linebacker core is safe, so we'll have to figure out a different area. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Moonlight Swami, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace.